Hey everyone, I hope you all are doing really well. Welcome to the new sessions of ACCA Business and Technology. These sessions are going to be uploaded directly on YouTube. So, as I had announced it in my previous video, that I'll be taking the knowledge level classes directly on YouTube. So, here's going to be the first session of ACCA Business and Technology. In some time we are also going to be like, I'll be making sure that management accounting and financial accounting is also up. So all these sessions are going to be really new and fresh, and I'll be taking these sessions in a new manner. So make sure that you follow it up, and if you're having any doubts or something, make sure that first of all, when you are in the session, you have a notepad or a notebook, rough note with you, so that you make notes of it. And if you're having any doubts, just put it down in the live chat section, which is there at the side. You can put it down in the comment section, or if suppose you're part of the WhatsApp group, then you can ask me in the WhatsApp group. Make sure that you ask your question, no matter how silly and small the question be. No problem with that. If you ask your doubts then and there, it will be cleared. Then you will be on your pace towards your preparation, because after all, it's going to be your preparation, it's your career which you have to make. Here is just a slight help. The major part, the major work is to be done by you only. So I welcome you all to this first session. Thank you very much for joining in. If you haven't already subscribed to this channel, make sure that you subscribe this channel and also like this video. Make sure that you're there till the end and follow up with all sessions. Do as it is said, so that you complete your ACCA at time. Now, this particular chapter, this chapter number 1, which is business organization, is a really, really small chapter. Like this chapter, maybe it may be done within 15 to 20 minutes, it can be completed. The next chapter, chapter 2, maybe it may take 1 hour to complete that. So what I want to say is that these sessions, like some sessions will be small, some sessions might be big. What you need to do is make sure that you have your notepad with you, notepad or any rough book, so that you just make notes out of it. The more notes you make out of it, that will be your preparation. I hope you guys get that. And any doubts, just shoot your doubts. These sessions are like, anything else which I have to say you guys before I start this session? Hmm, if you're having any doubts related towards the qualification of ACCA, then put down your comments, or put down your comments on the other video, or ask me directly over WhatsApp. Just message me over WhatsApp. In the sessions, I'm going to take all subject related questions, and we'll move forward. So before we get started with the business and technology, just to tell you that you are going to get a 100-mark paper will be business and technology. You are having 6 4-mark questions. You are having 16 1-mark questions, and the balance will be 2-mark question each. You are going to get 2 hours to give this examination. You can give this examination anytime when you are ready for this exam. We provide the mock exams which are available. We will be providing 5 mock examinations for the business and technology if you are registered with us. And also ACCA independently provides 3 mocks with around 14 pounds. You have to pay for those 3 mocks. I'll be taking reference from the Kaplan material and the BPV material as and when required. MCQs, test your understandings will be solved in the class. We'll try to solve it in the maximum manner. So now I hope that this is all overview of the session. Let's get started with chapter number 1, the business organization. So let's get started now. Now, what is a business organization? Now, normally, any business organization to be known or to run a business organization is always challenging. I've faced many challenges. See, when you are, at the back seat, or suppose you go to a restaurant, or suppose you go to a movie theater, or you watch a movie, you'll be talking about, like, they made this movie in this much budget and then they released it, that much was collection, so it's a huge hit, they made a lot of money. Or you can say that a water bottle, merely water, you can get it for free, it's a flowing thing, water which is sold for free, like maybe you can get, you know if you get 20-liter can, okay, 20-liter can, you can get it around 30-40 rupees. But if you go to take 1 liter plastic bottle, you're getting it at 20. What's the reason, what's the difference between the two? The quantity, so huge difference. It's like a good money making thing, like a plastic bottle, merely how much would be the cost of it? 5 rupees, but he's selling it at 20 rupees. Great margin kind of a stuff. See, this is what it looks like if you're looking out from the complete outside. Like business, running business is really cool, really easy kind of a stuff. But really managing a business organization is a challenge. Now, what is the challenge? And there are so many things which you won't know while starting a business, and you will get to know as and when you progress in your business. As and when you progress, you get to know about it. I hope you guys are there with me. If you're having any doubts, questions, put it down in the live chat below, live chat at the side. Okay. So now, organization, if I have to say as a definition, the bookish definition, which says organizations are social arrangements for the controlled performance of collective goals. So everyone is having a collective goal and you are working towards it. Now, there are many organizations which you can take into place and give examples, like, okay, there are social arrangements, there are, profit motive, which is there for them, there is some social objective, there is some profit objective which they have to achieve, and that's the reason they are working for. So many instances, people put together, manage those people to get that work done, or imbibe your vision which you're having. Like normally, if suppose you start an organization, you start with a vision. Suppose someone starts an educational institution, they'll say that I'll make sure that when I am making this organization, I change the way how people see education. Like Amazon started, it said that I'll change, or maybe they had that vision or not, but still they changed the way how people shopped. Like previously, people used to go to a store and shop. Now it's completely online. There is an online option still. The offline version is still there, but that's a vision of that organization. Now that vision is shared by those people who are going to work for them. Now if they also have almost the same vision, then they continue further, and then people go on further with it, then only those business goes further. Suppose the business owner is having the vision but others don't have that vision, then that's not going to go anywhere. If the employees of the business do not have that vision, then it's not going to go forward. Like suppose you start a small restaurant, you have a vision that you're going to provide the tastiest food at an affordable price. But if that's only in your head and not shared with these employees, then where is the business going to go? So you got to manage people, and you also got to keep something which is giving you profits. It's not just like you are going on making having products sold lower than the market price just to grab customers, and you're continuing with that because maybe you may lose out customer, but the point here is you are not getting any profit, you are burning every day in your business. So there are so many things which you can put into place, but for now, people coming together, collective goal, everybody has a common goal in there, and you try to achieve it, that's an organization. Now when we talk about a collective goal and an organization, the question is a cricket team or a basketball team or a football team also an organization? Yes, it is an organization. For example, let's just see in here, this is an organization. If you just see in here, why are these all people successful? Like I've put down the Indian cricket team which won the 2011 World Cup, and then you can see the Chicago Bulls. It's a basketball team which have won championship, I guess, 6 times in a row, 6 times in a row with one championship they did not win in between, or one or two championships they did not win in between, but they won six championships. What made them a successful organization? So was it just one person? Was it just one person or two people, or was it the whole team together? The answer is it was the whole team together which made this win, which made this organization successful. So organization is also like, you get the right team members. So you employ the right team members. You train the team members so that they can go out there and perform. Now, as it goes with the sports, it also goes with your work. You recruit people who are eligible to work, who are capable and talented for that particular work. Once you recruit them, then you again train them, you again polish their skills, and then later on they go out there, perform for the organization, and win for the organization. Now in here, in these cricket teams or these you know basketball teams, let me just share with you that each one, like everyone in these teams, do all of them have the same skill set? Do all of them have the same skill set? The answer is no. People have different types of skill sets. Like suppose he's a good batsman, he's a good bowler, he's bowler and a good fielder. Or if you just see in the basketball, he's a good striker, he's a person who can give passes good, he can rebound well. That's how a team is made. So what's happening in here when a team or in an organization, what are the benefits in here? If you see, they can share their skills and knowledge. Some people would be good in taxation, some people would be good in auditing, but when you make it in an organization, they can have sharing of their skills and knowledge. They can have specialized people, like suppose in the Indian cricket team you have specialized bowlers who can ball yorkers at the death overs. So they are specialized people out there. You can have a specialized auditor for a particular audit to go. Like suppose if it is an audit of an NGO which is located in India, you can have a specialized auditor in your team to go out there and audit for that, a specialized team for that. What's happening with this? That's possible when you are in an organization. You can share skills, you can have specialized people out there, you can go and assign work for those people who are specialists in that particular role. And then you can even pool in resources, like you come up with some resources. Now it also happens in many organizations which are I've worked in Dubai for a couple of years. I've born brought up there only, but I worked there for 2 years. I also, I've been to US many times, and I'll be there also soon again. Here, when I see people with different cultures, now specifically in Dubai, you have 181 nationalities. Now, when you have 181 nationalities, what do they want is like, when you make up your team, when you make up your organization, suppose it's in sales or something specifically, what you do is you try getting in people from different backgrounds, different cultures. Now when you have all those cultures in your team, so what happens is you can understand the requirements of the customers with these different cultures. In fact, you can even send that particular salesperson for that particular respective culture so that you speak in the same language. See, getting the sale done, what's the best language? Is the language which the customer understands. So that happens with, and that's possible with diversity. That's unity in diversity. In India, so many languages are there. How do people connect with each other is based on language. If you know a long language, he also knows the same language, you talk in that language. You don't speak in English. There is no mandatory rule to speak in English. All right, so you can pool in resources from different background, different cultures, different age groups, so that you understand what the customer is requiring, you understand how business works in there, and with that you create synergy. Synergy is something like, let me just tell you, synergy is like, suppose 1 plus 1 equals 2. Okay, 1 plus 1 equals 2, but here 1 plus 1 equals 11. Ek aur ek 11. 1 plus 1 equals 11. That is synergy which creates, like the latest synergy which we've seen like a couple of years ago. Reliance Jio merged with, not merged, sorry, Facebook had invested in Reliance Jio. Now, isn't that creating a synergy? They can work together. They can. Isn't that creating a synergy? Yes, it is creating synergy. Like in last year in the IPL RCB team, Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers both played in the same team. That created a synergy. Two best batsmen of their time playing together in one team created a synergy, created really good performances out of that team. Now that's another issue that they did not win it. Maybe this year they can win it. Maybe the other year. Don't know about that. But you create synergy there. Two good resources put together, two good teams put together creates synergy. I hope you guys get that. The Chicago Bulls, it's a really good, story to go through that. A Netflix series is there, which talks about the last dance, like how they went on towards, their last season and they won that season. And after that, the team just dispersed. Nothing happened after that. It also said, in 1991, the first time these Chicago Bulls won their title championship. Previous to that, they did not win it under Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan started somewhere in 1980s, early in the 80s he started. And from the day when he was playing, everybody said that this is the best player who has ever played the game of basketball. See, best player who has ever played the game of basketball, but he did not win a title, a championship for the team. Until when? Until 91. Until this person, this coach, when he joined in. He joined in and he said that, Michael, you do not need to score all the goals, all the baskets. You don't need to score all the baskets. The team needs to score the maximum baskets. It's not just you, it's the team. And if you are going to score the basket every time, the opponent is going to know about it. So they'll have plans for it. But if suppose the team together is going to score together, then you're going to win it. And then they started winning and they won it. They won it 91, 92, 93. And then again, they won it in 95, 96, 97, something like that. So you guys can go ahead, see it. But what I'm trying to say is that the value of a team which is created, the value of an organization which is created, it's not just a single person which is there, it's the whole team, it's the whole organization which functions there. I hope you guys get that. Now, moving forward, what are the different types of organizations? Now, under the commercial organization, there are sole traders who are single people working with their business on a regular basis. Like they don't have a big team, they just have a small team, the entrepreneurs there and the one or two people who are there under him, or a small shop, sole trader, or a person who is running their business. He's only the sole manager, he's only a sole owner, a sole trader. Moving on further, you have more partners with you, then it becomes a partnership. Partnership, like 4 to 5 owners are there, a maximum of 20 people, 20 partners can be there in a partnership firm. Then moving forward, if you want more people, then you can go towards a limited liability company. Now, in a limited liability company, you can go towards a private liability limited company. A private limited company will have 50 shareholders. You cannot sell your shares in the market, open market, but still it's a private limited company. If suppose you want more money from outside, then it becomes a public limited company. Now, understand this also, the regulation behind it. You cannot just open up a public limited company directly. You should be a company in good standing, then a private limited company, not then starting up with a private limited company, going on in good standing, that yes, you are in regulation, in compliance with all the laws for the 5 to 10 years, then you can start going public. Then it's not just like in the previous days, get started with a public limited company, do whatever you want. So it's not like that. It changes. It is depending on your history, how you're working. Then you go towards a public limited company where you can take money of the public, you can issue your shares to the public, people can buy those shares, and with that money you can have your operations going, have your improvement in business going on. So that's a public limited company. Now, the next is a not-for-profit organization, an organization which is working towards a motive, a social cause, a social motive. That is not for profit. Their main objective is not to gain profit, like orphanages. There are some causes which people work for. Those causes are not for profits. They try to get in subscriptions, they try to get in donations from people so that they can function. Even if there's a salary, that salary will be paid somewhere around from the donation, or mostly people come in voluntarily. All right. Now, the next is public sector and private sector organization. Here, do not get confused with public limited and private limited and public sector and private sector. Public limited, private limited is an organization, a commercial organization. Whereas public sector and public sector is like, suppose, governmental sectors, those sectors which are owned by the government, and which is the responsibility of the government, and that's a public sector. So owned by government and stuff, that's a public sector organization. Like suppose the police, the transportation, the government transportation, that comes under the public sector organization. And which is not owned by the government, that comes under the private sector organizations, and also the non-governmental organizations, NGOs. See, basically, it is the responsibility of the government to run it, but instead of them, there are private people who are running it. Like suppose if you just see in there are many such, like Red Cross, or you can go towards the Kaplan material and look for some more NGOs which are there, some organizations which are there, which are working towards a cause for the betterment of the society. And last thing in this particular chapter also is cooperatives. Now, cooperatives here is like a group of people coming together, having a particular society for a particular cause, and they are members of it and taking decisions of that. So, like suppose you see in housing societies, one particular building, there are 10 flats, there's a cooperative getting created in it, that how things should work. So it's kind of a cooperative there. But there are many more at a bigger scale cooperatives which goes on. Like yeah, I've seen that in the Middle East, that cooperative society hypermarket. So what happens is, those who are members of that cooperative society will get those groceries and stuff at a lesser price, just because they are members. So you pay a membership fee, and then you have your benefits coming out of it. So cooperatives can be some clubs also which are there, like in Hyderabad you have the Nizam club or stuff. So what is that? That's a cooperative. First you have to pay a membership fee, and the members get the benefit out of it. So overall, these all are the types of organizations which we have gone through. This is a really small chapter, really small chapter. You can go forward towards the Kaplan material, try solving these questions. Questions are also really simple. Go ahead, solve these questions from the Kaplan or the BPP. Text is going to be the same. The next chapter is going to be your organizational structures, where we'll be having how organizational structures are made, what's a boundaryless structure, what's an entrepreneur structure, what's a functional structure, divisional structure. These are all stuff we are going to go through in the next chapter. This chapter was really small. I hope that you guys have found this helpful. The only thing which I can say is that just be consistent, but just be following up consistently, so that you are on par on completing with your ACCA. So I look forward to you in the next session, which is going to be tomorrow, and earlier it would be there. Make sure that you follow up with that, and I'll see you in the upcoming session. All right. Thank you very much. See you all in the next session. If you're having any doubts, put it down in the chat section or in the comments below. Thank you.